The Cellcast is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Hi guys, this is Drew.
This is Jacob.
And tonight, it's time for your daily, your monthly, what we've been watching, and news break.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, Jacob, I have a question for you.
Gosh.
What have you been watching?
For the course of August, what have I been watching?
Half of August.
Or half of August.
Because we did start this halfway through the month.
That is true. Not a whole lot, actually. It's just I've been watching a lot more like YouTube and trying to understand Procreator and that kind of stuff because I'm trying to get more. Because if you look at the cover art for our podcast, I'm using more
digital
coloring. I'm still doing traditional drawing, but coloring wise, I'm using Procreate, so I'm learning more and more about this program. So, and hanging on my wife and the whole bit, and like you watch this here and there. So I think the most I've watched was probably like DuckTales, and I started, yeah, exactly, the original. No, not DuckTales, sorry, Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Exactly. A show that I loved when it came out in the mid 90s,
early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s.
It was inspired by the Batman the Animated
series. Very heavily inspired. But so with, I don't want to say inspiration, but it was inspired by a certain actors who showed up in a certain movie that recently came out in theaters, which I have not seen yet. But the internet loves to spoil everything. Thank you very much, internet. I decided to start watching Daredevil from 2003. The Ben Affleck movie with Jennifer Garner.
Yes.
Yes. Which, for me, I thoroughly enjoyed the mess.
I remember watching Daredevil back in the day and enjoying it. I never watched its sequel, Elektra.
Yeah.
So I never got to see Jennifer Gardner kick butt.
I watched
it recently.
Yes. That's right. You started rewatching a lot of those.
Well, I still haven't watched Elektra yet.
Okay.
I stopped.
It's unique. Let's say that.
I got through Howard the Duck.
I'm sorry. I remember watching it as a kid. That was weird.
And Blade. Those are the only two I got a chance to watch.
Is so good.
Because originally I was going through those in a hurry to try and get all this X-Men stuff, all the other Marvel stuff that I watched before Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I was unable to make it, which was fine because Multiverse of Madness did no multiversal fun things. Mm-hmm. Wolverine and Deadpool, on the other hand, or Deadpool and Wolverine, does do a couple of fun multiversal things.
Yes.
And that's as far as I'm going to do that because we are still in in the era of spoilers. I don't care how much the internet has ruined the film for many people.
Yes.
Including my co-host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know what he knows.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm the person who spoiled anything because I always double checked what you knew before, and I did it in such a way where it's like you had to tell me what it was.
Exactly. I may or may not go watch it tomorrow because I know my wife and a bunch of friends are going to go watch this certain film, and I have no interest to go watch it.
Fair.
So
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, so I may or may not try to find a way to go watch Wolverine Deadpool.
It's a fun trip.
Yes, I'm curious.
And bear in mind, it is currently the best performing R-rated movie
of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
I don't think it really deserves that for what it is.
Probably.
Because there are a lot of better made films, but I get why, because there's there's a lot of nostalgia filled stuff here. So.
Oh, agreed. So I may or may not watch that tomorrow afternoon because me and Ashley were supposed to go do this one thing, and then we got a cancellation due to it, so we're gonna have most of the morning to go, do other things. So I may or may not go watch Wolverine Deadpool. Most likely I'm going to, or find some way to do it, because I want to go see this movie. And then we can sit here and just geek out on it. Or I might be like, wow, this is an incredible film. Or I might go, wow, this is a boring movie, which is a bunch of nostalgia thrown into.
That is the funniest thing you've ever said, because if there's one thing that can be clearly said about Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, it's not a boring movie.
Right. Well, what
even if you hate it, it's not boring.
Okay. Let me clarify. When I
know what you mean.
Yeah.
That was just a funny way you said it.
Yes. So when I say boring, I'm saying it's more. I think. James Gunn said it was more of, not to paraphrase what he said, it looks more of a like adult film, just like eye candy. It's just like it's stuff like that. I haven't seen the film yet, so I don't know yet. I may be like, oh my gosh, such an amazing thing. And you
so
watch
the most similar film that that I can say that does what this film does is Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking.
I will tell you that Spider-Man: No Way Home is a better story.
Okay. That's what I'm more afraid of. That's I will tell you it's
a more fun story. It is still a Deadpool movie. It is really Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that Hugh Jackman does a good job in the film. Every actor, I think, does a good job for the film with what it is.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I have had most of these songs stuck in my head since I saw the film, including the one I was just humming.
Yes.
But am I going to say that it's like an artistic triumph? No, it's a fun movie. That's all it's meant to be.
Yes,
it's meant to be going. It's meant to be that you're sitting there and you see someone walk on screen and you get goosebumps because it's them. And it's still fun because there's a lot of fun jokes in there. Now there is some gross out humor because it's Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool and his power is super cancer, but it is what it is. And that's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. So I
don't want to mention anything you don't already know.
Yeah, because I'm hoping to go see it in theaters this weekend.
It's one you should see in theaters.
Of course.
I'm not going to say it's going to be bad at home.
Right.
But it's a superhero movie. They always do better in theaters. But anyway.
Yes. So that is unless I'm completely forgetting something, I think for next month it's more okay to write down everything you ever watched, this and this and this.
Keep a log
of what, and then you can expound upon everything you watched, listen to, and then jump into a ton of news, which will probably take like 40 minutes.
We'll get there in a minute.
There's a lot of news that came out this month.
Right. So what I've been watching this half month, Batman Caped Crusader. I have seen, I think I've seen 3 episodes now. Yeah, I've seen 3 episodes now.
Yes.
Because I saw the Penguin episode. I saw the... no, it's only 2 episodes because I saw the Penguin episode and I saw the Clayface episode. When we originally were talking about this and you were describing it to me before I had a chance to watch it, you mentioned that it was a 30s era show. I think you meant a 30s flavored show. Yes. This is very much modern day stuff going on.
Yes.
But it's very much a film noir type of thing. There's one episode I'm actually looking forward to getting to eventually, but this is not... Because when you said it was a 30s era show, I'm expecting it to be a period piece, and it's not.
No.
I don't have the issues with female Penguin that a lot of people seem to. Do I think it was a necessary change? I don't know. I don't know if I really care about how they did it. But it doesn't really bother me that much. The Clayface story, actually, I thought was done very well. Not as in some of the original TAS Clayface stuff was a lot better, but I thought they did a very good job with it here, and this really did feel more 30s era celebrity stuff going on there. it's an enjoyable show. I do suggest it. I will say, though, I am having a hard time watching this and not comparing it to Batman the Animated Series because it so much wants to be Batman the Animated Series. And to some degree, it feels like it's a little watered down Batman the Animated Series. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's just what the 2 episodes I've seen, granted, there's going to be, obviously there's more to it than that. It's probably going to make, I've probably not seen the best episodes yet. But from what I've watched, it just feels a little watered down. I may enjoy more of it later. We'll see. But so I did watch some of that. And then what I've been playing, I picked up for a free copy through PlayStation Plus. Yeah, PlayStation Plus of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Okay.
Do you know the series Castlevania?
Yes, I'm aware of it.
You're aware of their most famous game, Symphony of the Night?
Yes.
The guy who made that, apparently back, when the video game Kickstarters were really big, successfully funded a Kickstarter for basically a version of the game that was not that game, but a new version of it with a lot of extra stuff. It's basically a 2D side-scroller Metroidvania game. I've never played a lot of those because by the time I was able to play a lot of, really get to where I could play video games, that style of game was not on screen anymore because we'd moved more to 3D. And for whatever reason, I never got the PS1 version of that to play on PS2 back in the day, probably because I didn't know about it. But I am actually enjoying this. It's actually a very fun. I know some people have some issues with it. That's very derivative, but considering I never played what it's derivative of, I think it's doing a good job. I'm having a good time with it. Like you, I am teaching myself Procreate.
Yes.
I do find it interesting, our 2 approaches. I've learned some more of the systems behind it, but you know more how the brushes work.
A little bit.
And so I think that seems to be our back and forth here. It's like, what brush should I use for this? Oh, do that. How do you want me to save this out? Please use a PSD. Please turn your layers off to make it easier on me, please. Yeah. And, it's just how things are. But yeah, I'm learning how to do that. As a fun fact, I actually did the pencils work for our Mad Balls episode. So when that comes out and you hear this, while my good friend Jacob did do the inking and coloring because he had most of the inking done before I had a chance to really get very far, and it looked really good. It's like, yeah, we're using your version because I'm not going to be anywhere near that. But I mean, Jacob's had a lot more practice, so of course his version's going to look good. I'm just appreciative he looked at my stuff and said, "Yeah, I can do yours. I can do. I can ink that." So yeah, I'm learning how to do that, and then I really haven't been reading a lot yet, but that's going to change next month with the start of Geek Devotions' Book Log Golf. So keep an eye out for that. So Jacob, if you want to get back to your notes over there, it's time for the news.
The Cellcast News with your host Jacob Heron.
Oh, why thank you. Sorry, it threw me for a loop. Why thank
you? Forget I don't play the whole thing anymore.
No, yeah.
Because I was afraid this thing's going on too long. I need to shorten it, so I just hit the fade out about halfway through.
But why thank you, D-Link, going into the news, more monthly news now.
Yes. We got D23 to talk about.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like literally I have almost like a page and a half, like a page of just D now. D now? No, it's not a D now.
Not Disciple Now.
No, it's
Disney 23. What? I don't know why they call it D23.
I have no idea either.
But that's what they call it.
All right. So,
so what do we have besides Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU, which is not a note we were going to bring up in the first place.
No, that was not part of the notes, but that's really cool, and what the potentials could be, what they're going to do with that. So there's a ton of speculation going on right now about definitely the nerdy geek culture. Oh my gosh, what are they going to do with Robert Downey Jr.?
I do want to say, this is only my personal opinion, then we'll get back into the real news that we're going to be talking about.
The real news.
I say the real news. The animated news.
Yes.
Is the main reason we're bringing this up.
Yes.
I don't think there has to be any multiversal stuff of that actually being Tony Stark becoming Doctor Doom. I think it can just be that universe's version of Doctor Doom happens to look like our Iron Man, and they'll play into that a little bit, of course.
Yes.
Assuming they even bother to take his mask off.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying he'll even take his mask off.
Yeah, you never know. You just get to hear him.
Doom does not take off his mask. He is king of Latveria. Doombots, attack that people. I don't know.
Attack those people.
Doom will toot as he pleases. He never actually said that. That's a meme. Anyway,
I'm going as red as our logo does and the lettering.
So, tell us about all the sequels.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because there's only one original.
There are two originals, and I'd be like when I saw the compiled list of all of them, like, oh my gosh, Disney, come on, Disney. I mean,
we're doing a sequel. I don't know the whole song from Muppets Most Wanted.
They're going a sequel. They're doing a prequel. They're doing a.
Even though the sequel's never quite as good, except Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. We'll see how Frozen 3 is gonna be.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, I am stealing your thunder. Continue.
No, let me because I was reading.
Do your intro.
All right, so let me get there. So obviously, everybody knows who is an animation nut knows that D23, which is held by Disney, and it's exclusive to their fan base, which is the D23 Expo fan base, or like gold members or whatever, can get in and see all these amazing things that Disney's doing now. And they had all these incredible panels of what they're going to do. And to kind of briefly sum up what they did, a 3-hour showcase offering news and reveals about the studio's upcoming animated features, including Disney's Moana 2, Frozen 3, Pixar's Zootopia 2, and Toy Story
Pixar's
5.
Zootopia 2?
Yeah. Huh?
I thought Zootopia was regular Disney,
Oh,
not
it
Pixar.
is. It is. I don't know why it's there.
Oh.
Because because Zootopia, when you first watch it, it seems like a Pixar film.
Yeah, but
it has that feel, but no, it's a Disney film.
Yeah, it's a regular Disney film.
It's a Disney film. And Toy Story 5.
Why?
Exactly. Why? Why in the world are we getting... Like,
it should have ended with 3. 4 was bad enough. And it was... But I still did enjoy it. Why are we making a 5th one?
Yes, but
is it because you can't come up with any new original ideas, Pixar?
Possibly.
What's next? Cars 4?
Probably.
I already know of another sequel that shouldn't bring that one up. That Pixar is doing that they announced.
Which one?
Incredibles 3.
Oh my... Yeah, you're not kidding.
I'm like, okay, that could be interesting depending on what they do.
2026. That's
far enough out they could still cancel it.
Yeah, they could. But
especially if Zaslav gets on the board. Oh,
deep cut.
I'm just saying, there's a bundle now where you can get Max with Hulu and Disney Plus.
You can. It's happening, people. Let's just say that.
Zaslav's taking over the entertainment world. He's going to cancel everything. Chaos, mass hysteria.
All right, so they had a new trailer for the studio for Moana 2, which is being released November 27th of 2024. So this kicked off the fan event in Anaheim, California. Let's see. It was presented by, and again, I am going to butcher this young lady's name. So help me. Apologize. Alora, I'd be like Carvara. Again, I can't pronounce this. I apologize. The young lady who played Moana in the first one. So yes. So
don't ask me to say her name either.
Yeah, I can't. And Dwayne Johnson is coming back.
The Rock. Well, no, we can't call him The Rock.
No,
that's
we
owned
can't.
by WWE.
Yes.
Dwayne the Johnson.
Dwayne the Johnson?
That's worse. Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Yes. Let's see. And then they
a man who likes family.
Yes. And being the hero of every story he's in. That's either or. But so Pete Docter.
Except you're welcome.
So if you don't know Pete Docter, he's been with Disney for years. He is Pixar's chief operator right now. So apparently they were giving the crowd a overview of what Inside Out 2 has done, and it has grossed over $1.561 billion worldwide. Not surprising.
Good movie, by the way.
Yeah, not at all. Not surprised. I still want to watch it because I didn't get a chance. Like, plus
you had a busy month.
I had a busy month in June, so just
in July.
In July, yeah, that's true. That's true. Never mind. So yeah, they went over that, and okay. So we're getting into Cowboy Woody and the rest of his pals will be coming back to the big screen.
Considering the end of Toy Story 4, why is Woody with the rest of his pals?
How does
he escaped. He separated them forever. He is hanging out with Little Bo Peep in that little bitty town.
What
is he doing back with Buzz?
Who knows?
You've tried to shut this down once. Why'd you bring it back? Why did you bring it back?
Well, I think I'd be like, I would love to see the explanation how that happens.
I'm sure they'll give it. Don't get me wrong.
They will give some explanation why.
And I know Toy Story is one of those franchises that everybody loves. And I don't say you don't have a good reason, but honestly, I keep wondering, why are we doing that? Toy Story 3, which I think we're probably going to review next year, had the perfect ending.
Yes, agreed.
Toy Story 4 had a decent ending. Why are we going to Toy Story 5? What kind of story could you possibly tell? Is Buzz Lightyear going to fall in love with Barbie and go off into the sunset with her now?
Good question. So,
and more importantly, are they going to run into a Tow Mater toy voiced by Larry the Cable Guy? They're toys. Do you know how easily crossovers could happen with this franchise?
Yes.
And they don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, have some fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Multiverse, people. Multiverse. It's what Disney loves now, isn't it?
Yeah. So, before we get into that, I did fail to forget that due to the success of Inside Out 2, they are going to do a Disney Plus spin-off series called Dream Productions. Doctor said the movie is set in the studio where Riley's dreams were made every night, and shared a brief clip where Joy gives a tour of the dream studio with all the emotions hard at work to create a big dream for the young girl.
I'm just saying, if this is not the most surreal thing we've ever seen Disney put out, they're not doing it right.
That is true.
Because dreams are not supposed to make sense.
Yes. And apparently it's going to be 4 episodes. So
it's a miniseries.
It's a very miniseries. All right. So getting into Toy Story 5. Let's see. We keep
coming back to Toy Story 5.
Yes. So apparently this time the toys meet tech when Buzz and Woody, for some reason, and Jessie, and the rest of the gang, jobs are gotten excessively hard that they have to go head-to-head with the all-new threat of playtime, which includes a technology. The iPad.
They're fighting the iPad.
They're fighting modern technology and trying to get their humans' attention now with
which is interesting considering a lot of kids will probably watch this film on their iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And their iPhone.
Yes.
And their Android Galaxy Super S 22.5 X Mark III.
Anyways,
or whatever model is out by the time this movie comes out.
So this one, when I heard this bit of news, I thought it was okay. Like, Pixar, Disney be like, I understand why they did this. I understand why, but then they brought him back, which I thought was very smart. And what I'm referring to, Oscar-winning director Brad Bird is also returning to the storied studio for to direct the third outing of the studio of Pixar's superhero family, The Incredibles. The Oscar-winning director will direct The Incredibles 3 after he wraps his Skydance animated feature Ray Gun. The first two the first two Incredible films grossed $1.87 billion worldwide. So it makes sense they would bring back Brad Bird for a third film.
Especially if he's willing to.
Yeah, exactly.
Still have no idea what story you're going to tell.
Yeah, exactly. So let me think. Let's see. Following the Toy Story 5 presentation, Pixar released information on their new film, which is a new idea, new IP called Hoppers.
Which, when I saw the logo for this, I thought it was a computer thing. But apparently, I'm not sure that's what it is.
Yes. So Hoppers, let's see. The original pick will introduce Marble, a animal lover who sees the opportunity to use new technology to hop her subconscious into life like robot animals. An adorable badger. Badger. Mushroom. All right, so going into more original IPs that Pixar is doing, because apparently Pixar is the only one doing anything original, because it's Pixar. Let's see. Pixar also revealed new news about Ello. I think you pronounce it Ello. Yeah, Ello.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Ello.
The trailers look interesting.
Yeah, they do.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. It's slated for release in 2025, that summer, which was originally slated for 2005, but was delayed due to the industry strike in 2003. Zoe, the actress who played Gamora.
Gamora?
Yeah. Zoe
Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana has now joined the voice cast of this original movie, which will follow a young boy. He finds himself beamed aboard an intergalactic organization where he is selected as Earth's official ambassador to other galaxies. And it's like, okay, that sounds interesting, because there again, there's only 2 original things coming out of D23. Everything else
is very, very sad.
It is. Like in my original post, I'm like, okay, this is great. Do original stuff.
Disney, here's the thing. We joked near the beginning of the show when we first started doing this, how you only had maybe 2 sequels in your entire library. Mm-hmm. Those being in your main library. Yeah, you've got the straight to home video stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. You had your Rescuers Down Under, mm-hmm. being a sequel to The Rescuers, and then there was, at the time, I think it was just Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, Ralph Breaks the Internet
was the only other sequel at that point.
And then they did Frozen 2.
And Frozen 2, which was fine. Frozen 2 actually was fairly decent.
Yeah.
Why are we now getting nothing but sequels? Especially since you don't have the greatest track record with sequels. Because, yeah, we do have to include all those straight-to-DVD home videos.
Yeah. But, okay.
If you're doing good writing, that's fine.
Yeah.
If these are interesting stories, that's fine. But Disney, you were the bastions of the original movie for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Be creative again.
Agreed.
Granted, some of that stuff, especially from the 70s was they were literally copying the animation from previous films, but that's neither here nor there.
Agreed. So, going a little further, Disney shared a clip from Zootopia 2, which is scheduled to hit theaters on November 26th, 2025. Let's see. The clip they showed noted, the bunny is back. Zootopia is my happy place, and I am so ready for the world to see this crazy new adventure. The film is being written and produced by Jennifer Lee and Yeet Minder. Again, if I butchered this person's name, I do apologize. All right, so speaking of Jennifer Lee, Disney's CCO Jennifer Lee was also on hand to treat fans to a beautiful new concept art for the upcoming Frozen 3. Created by Brittany Lee, the image shows Elsa on a white horse and Anna and Olaf trailing on her on a brown steed, and an ominous black dark figure wearing a Viking helmet, watching them from a distance.
The Vikings didn't wear horned helmets.
No, they didn't.
Not even How to Train Your... Oh, yeah, How to Train Your Dragon did do that. Did. Never mind.
Yeah, they did. But it's playing into that trope.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
What if that's Hiccup? What if this is some weird DreamWorks Disney crossover?
Oh, gosh, please.
It'll never happen, but it's like, How to Train Your Frozen Dragon. You got Chris Sanders working on it. Just throw Stitch in there for the heck of it. Speaking of Stitch, probably.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how quick to click that is.
We're getting there. So, let's see where I was. The enormous popular Frozen movies have grossed over $2.76 billion worldwide and has won 2 Oscars. Coming out of Frozen 2, we still have some questions. A lot of questions, actually, said Lee. Now you see why we need 2 films to tell the story. Sounds like Frozen 4 is also in the works. Don't let go. Indeed. Let it go!
We had ice. Technically, Frozen 2 was fire.
Kind of. It's elemental.
Or was it water?
It was elemental.
It was the 5th element. Love.
No. Oh, gosh.
I made that joke when we reacted to it.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
Have you seen the 5th element?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Multipass. Except, unfortunately, in Frozen, that would be Olaf saying that.
Yes. All right, so getting into the little more of a controversial movie live action remake that Disney's doing right now, which is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Boo! I have opinions.
Don't we all? It's like elbows. We all have elbows. Depends on where you swing them.
I'm just saying there's 7 dwarfs. Hire 7 dwarfs. You're telling me there's not at least 7 dwarfs in Hollywood?
Have you seen the new trailer?
Give them work.
Yeah, agreed. Have you seen the new trailer?
No, I don't want to watch this film.
Okay. They've completely remade it. They actually look like the dwarfs from the cartoon.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I want to see it.
Oh, I agree. Be like, hey, if you're more like, oh my gosh, what they did before, I'd be like, nope, not watching this. I don't care what they do. That's fine. But they have released the new trailer, so if you go watch it on the internet, go watch it.
I will say, for those curious, my reasoning for not wanting to watch it has more to do with it being another live-action Disney movie that I suspect is not going to go well. Snow White's not my favorite film in general.
Fair.
And so this is not just something I'm excited to go see. I'm not busting the door down. I don't know how quickly we're going to get to it. It's just, of all the film, we've done the Sleeping Beauty one with Maleficent. We've done Cinderella, which was okay from my understanding. I didn't see it. And now we're doing Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And I'm going, really? What interesting thing can you do with this?
Interesting.
And they seem to be making some other decisions that Disney likes to make that I disagree with.
Right.
They're not going to get into.
Yes.
They don't help. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
They're not my reasoning. They just don't help.
Agreed. All right. So, final bit of news. I know this is the last bit from D23, but they showed a sneak peek of the live action upcoming Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, exactly. That sounds more like Jackalman from Thundercats, but still. Hey!
Once again, Deedlit, thank you for censoring that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to make a robot actually throw up, do you? Probably not. But either or, be like...
Oh, that's not anything we want to clean up either. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Too many bits and bytes on the ground? Is that the problem? Oh, you want me to shut up? Okay.
Fair. Thank you, Doodlet. Anyways. Anyway, so that is all they... No, they did talk about Mufasa the Lion King, which is the prequel that's coming out. And there again, you know our thoughts if you listen to our episode to the live action Lion King, which it's not a live action movie.
All I'm saying is what they should have done was licensed Kimba the White Lion and just use that story for Mufasa, because it would be instantly funny to me is if the reason why Mufasa was not initially thought of to be a good king to take over is that because he was in captivity and brought back. That would be fun.
Okay.
But that would definitely be Kimba the White Lion.
Yes. All right. So going outside of D23 from this month, they've re-released Coraline to theaters through a Fathom Events for its 15th anniversary re-release from Leica Studios. Presented in new stereoscopic 3D remastered. There again, if you have not watched Coraline, what are you doing? Go watch this film. This is an amazing film. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Go watch this film, either in theaters. I don't know if it's in theaters now, but be like, I am so tempted to go buy the steelbook, even though I own the movie already. I want to buy the steelbook. I don't know how my wife will feel about that, but
definitely run that past her.
Yes,
she might get it for you for Christmas,
maybe,
or birthday at the same time.
That is true. Being born in December, or being born after Christmas, so yeah.
Being born before is not much better.
Yeah, agreed. But let's see.
We're not complaining. It's just that's how things are.
All right, the anniversary re-release netted $11.6 million on the Thursday. The week it was released. Let's see. Breaking the record of Fathom's highest-grossing classic film. It's that last year with $7+ million over the last 4 days. A little more of an update. Let's see. In its original theatrical release in 2009, Coraline opened with $16.8 million the weekend. It went on to gross $75.3 million domestically and $127 million globally. This is a slight update to that report. The reissue of Coraline has currently scored over $20 million worldwide, according to ComScore, since the opening on Thursday, August 15th. So, New Line Cinema did something recently. They released a trailer to Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohan?
War of the Rohirrim.
Rohirrim. The upcoming anime adventure which will take moviegoers back to Middle-earth and the deep history behind J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved book series. Produced by Warner Bros. Animation and Sola Entertainment Productions, the animated feature film is presented by New Line Cinema and will be distributed theatrically worldwide by Warner Bros. Pictures. released in cinemas nationwide on December 13th, and international beginning on December 11th. Now, the last bit of news recently came out, and if I can get to it and find... Let's see. Give me 1 second, folks, as I find that information to tell you all about it. Oh, yes. If it'll pull up. Oh, yeah. Most recently, Zack Snyder? Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. They recently released the Red Band trailer, which, if you don't know what a Red Band trailer is, that really became popular.
It's not censored at all.
No, not censored at all.
They only make them for rated R movies.
Yeah, they only make them rated R. And the new Red Band trailer for Twilight of the Gods, which they Zack Snyder hardcore animated series about Norse mythology. And this looks like it's going to premiere on Netflix starting on September 19th. And there again, if you're interested, this is a strong warning. It is a strong recommendation. Don't show this to your kids. It's very bloody. It's very violent. It does have nudity. It does have adult themes. Mm-hmm. It has a very strong adult themes in it. So this is not recommended for children whatsoever. This is a hard R animated series, I believe. Yeah, animated series. And I saw that IndieWire had done a report over it. So if you can read the whole thing, go over to our Facebook, the Cellcast Facebook page, and go read the article there, because I posted it there when I first saw it.
And in the Cell Nation group.
Thank you. So, yeah, that is all I have for the news for the month of August. Unless Drew has something else.
Honestly, I do not.
I was thinking like, oh yeah, there was all this new Sonic news for Sonic 3. No?
I'm waiting for a trailer just like anybody else.
That is true.
I thought Gamescom weekend, which is this weekend, we'd have had a trailer. The movie comes out in 4 months. Show me Shadow. If this truly, Sonic Team, Sega, if this is truly the year of Shadow, we need a trailer to show Shadow, voiced by Keanu Reeves, trying to take revenge on the planet that killed his friend Maria Robotnik on the space colony Ark. Yes, I'm excited about seeing a little girl get shot later this year.
Jeez.
Terrible. That's what happens in the game.
I agree.
If you think that's bad, the anime Sonic X was a lot more explicit than the game, and 4Kids didn't really edit it.
Oh my gosh. So yes,
they did show blood, but good night, it's worse.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see what if the trailer does drop next month.
What are you talking about? It's going to drop tomorrow.
It'll probably drop tomorrow, and then we're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we missed it.
Oh, dude, if it drops tomorrow, no offense, I'm turning the microphone on
and gushing about everything.
Shoot, I will live react on the Twitch stream.
There we go.
That is a promise to you, the folks who are still here live. If they drop it tomorrow and I see it, I will go live and I will do my live reaction to hopefully hearing Live and Learn on a movie theater screen. I'm not excited. I'm not a fanboy.
No,
it's not one of my
not.
favorite games of all time being adapted into a movie theater.
And again, be like, if Drew gets it,
you do have to remember even though we have not reviewed Sonic the Hedgehog 2 yet.
No, we haven't.
Because we did do a reaction to it. When we got to the end and they showed Shadow, I think that was the most excited for anything in that movie that I had. It's like, I know what's going to happen. Maria Robotnik dies in 2 years. This is not a spoiler that's been known since 2002.
Oh my gosh.
Ish. Yeah. I don't remember the exact release year of the Dreamcast game.
No. Oh my word. But yeah, that is all I have. That's all I have and we have for the month, the news for the month of August 2024. Now,
join us sometime next month when we're going to do September news.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know when yet because we're still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, this is new. This is new. This is a new segment, a new show where we just talk about the news.
It's because we didn't want to cut the thing completely. At the same time, we wanted the main show to be more streamlined.
Exactly.
So, join us next time for whatever movie we're reviewing after this comes out. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
And I don't have the screen on.
And we'll catch you next time in the news.
I'm getting there. Shush. And we'll catch you in the next news frame.
You can follow Jacob on his Facebook at Jacob B. Heron. His Facebook page, Jacob's Daily Art Corner, where he tries to draw each and every day. His Instagram at Jacob B. Heron. His Twitter at Jacob Heron. And his Letterboxd at Jacob Heron. You can find Drew on Facebook at Drew Dodgen. His Facebook page, Drew's Photo Bin, to see his photography. His Letterboxd page at GGeorge759. His Twitter at GGeorge759. And Instagram at Drew Dodgen. You can like us on Facebook at the Cellcast Podcast. On Twitch at the Cellcast Gaming. On YouTube at Cellcast. On Twitter at cast_cell. The Cellcast can be found at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts are downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us and also on Podchaser. Email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com. The Cellcast is a proud member of both the Pop Americana and Culture Box media networks. For more information, please see the link in the description. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. And remember, that's Cell with a single L.